Jury selection has begun in the Ahmaud Arbery case. 3 white men are accused of killing the 25-year-old black man in 2020. Travis McMichael, his father Gregory McMichael, and William Bryan, who filmed the deadly shooting, have pleaded not guilty to murder charges. The men claim they thought Arbery was a burglar and chased him through a neighborhood before taking his life in a struggle. Arbery's family says he was just out jogging. Earlier on CBS Mornings, Gayle King spoke to Arbery's mother, Wanda Cooper Jones, and asked what this day means to her.
This day means a lot to me. Thinking back when Ahmaud was first killed, we went through 3 prosecutors, we went through no arrests, and we finally made it this far. So this morning, I'm very grateful.
For more, I want to bring in CBS News correspondent Omar Villafranca, who is in Brunswick, Georgia. Hi, Omar. So given the high-profile nature of this case, tell us about the jury selection process and the challenge of finding an impartial jury in such a small town.
And process being the key word, because it's going to take a lot of applicants, a big pool, and a lot of time. 1,000 people were sent a summons for this, and the clerk says usually it's around 100 or 150. This is the most that the clerk said in 4 years that they've ever sent out for a trial. 1,000 at this point. And it's going to be a slow process. It could take as long as 2 weeks just to pick 12 jurors and 4 alternates. And you're right, it's a trial that not only is a big news here in Brunswick and in Southeast Georgia and in the state of Georgia, but also in the U.S. So we got a peek at the questionnaire that was sent out. And it included things like, have you heard of this case? What do you believe the facts of the case are? How do you follow this on social media? And it also asks for their social media accounts. Now, we're learning about the process, and there'll be, people that'll be thinned off the top, but then if they make it into a second round, and there'll be another round as well, and there'll be a point where the attorneys can talk with them one-on-one. So this is going to be a very long, drawn-out process to find 12 impartial jurors and 4 alternates.
And Omar, attorneys for the McMichaels have filed a motion asking a judge to allow the jury to hear that at the time of Arbery's death, he was on probation. Prosecutors have strongly rebuked the request, calling it an assault on Arbery's character. So how will prosecutors and defendants build their case?
Well, that's a $1 million question here, and if I knew all of that answer, I would be a rich man, but I'm not. Here is, from what we understand from the defense, or from the prosecution, they're saying that's not part of it because, and so is Lee Merritt, the attorney for Arbery's family. They're saying that Ahmaud Arbery here is not on trial. He's not the one charged with murder. It's Gregory McMichael, Travis McMichael, and Roddy Bryan are the ones who are on trial, and that Ahmaud Arbery is the victim in this case, and they keep bringing that up and reminding the defense of that. The defense wants it up to try to show about Ahmaud Arbery's character, but the prosecution has repeatedly brought up his character is not being questioned here. He was the one who was killed. So that is that dance that's going on back and forth. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, what is going to be allowed in court by the judge, really, and curious to see how some of these attorneys are going to try to push that in the court and see how much the judge is going to allow it.
And Omar, former Brunswick District Attorney Jackie Johnson has been charged with misconduct for interfering with police at the scene of the shooting. Several prosecutors have had to recuse themselves from the case. How might all of these conflicts affect the trial?
Well, it's going to be brought, and they have basically spurned separate trials. Jackie Johnson was indicted and is going to have to answer for that in her court system. There's been basically looking over the cases of the second DA who was handed the case, who, when that DA wrote their recusal letter, wrote something that is usually out of character for district attorneys, and now they're trying to bring him up on kind of ethics charges, nothing criminal, but just almost like a legal slap on the wrist for what they're doing. The prosecution is kind of going to try to paint this as this is the good old boy system here that protected the McMichaels and Roddy Bryan from, weeks after the killing, not getting touched by the law at all, not until that video came out several weeks later. Then the nation saw it, not only the people in Brunswick, but the nation saw it, and the investigators, and that led to their arrest. So curious to see how it's going to play out.
Omar Villafranca joining us from Brunswick, Georgia. Thank you so much.